So, I'm awkward. No, I just wanted to make a video because I haven't for a really long time, and I keep thinking I'm gonna make it when I get all these certain things completed, and, why should I wait for that? I don't know. Things are taking a while. But, I guess this morning I just wanted to talk about, or ask anyone else if they've ever felt like they were born in the wrong place. I remember saying this when I was a child. I remember telling my father that I felt like I was supposed to, this sounds more like whimsical or whatever, that I wasn't supposed to have been born here. I was supposed to have been born by the water. That's what I felt so deeply in my soul. I was supposed to be born here. But that kind of sentiment has really just echoed itself throughout so many things in my life, in my family, in the town and state literally where I live. I live in Indiana. And I was trying to find voting results online, and I stumbled upon this site or whatever that was breaking down per county the Trump versus Biden votes. And it was so disheartening. Hold on, my teapot. We're going to do a cool little vlog this morning. My teapot is going off. Ah! Okay. I think most of Indiana kind of teetered around 70-30, 80-20. Some places might have been like 60-something to 30-something, but that's, I think, probably like more around Indianapolis, but very few places. It was just so disheartening. I just feel like so many people here are filled with so much fear and hate. And I really have come to believe that we project outwardly what is really inside of ourselves, and that's what's happening. We have a bunch of people filled with fear and hate that are just projecting fear and hate out onto the world. And I don't really know what to do about it. I have a lot of my own theories as to why that is, having grown up here. This might touch some buttons, but sometimes things that touch buttons really just need to be said so that they can be fixed and addressed or thought about. But I really honestly believe a lot of it has to do with the brand of Christianity that is taught here. How broad here is, like whether I mean this town or this state or just the Midwest, I don't know. I haven't done like a real, this is just an impression of someone who's lived here most of their life, was born here, and it's just so scary. It's so, I really hope that people are brave enough to eventually look inside themselves and listen to what that inner voice says, what their heart says, and brave enough to shun or leave or drop anything that teaches you to hate yourself, that teaches you that you are bad and that there are parts of you that are undesirable and that shouldn't be. And I think it really just creates a whole brood of people, I don't know why I chose that word, that go around believing that other people, because then they believe that other people are that way. They believe that all people have evil, all people are evil, and because we are born of the flesh, we can't do anything about it. We have to have someone else save us, this person is called Jesus, and he's the only one that can save us from ourselves, because I remember I went to a Lutheran school. We were not Lutheran, but I happened to go to a Lutheran school, it's a long story, for a year when I was in 4th grade. And I remember arguing with the teacher because we used to have, one of our subjects was like a religious studies kind of thing where we learned about, I don't know, Lutheran Christianity. And I remember arguing with her because she was trying to say that the good deeds that we do are like dirty rags to God. And she was trying to show us the verse and trying to give us the impression that God is so great, so much greater than us. And trying to just like give a scale of balance to 4th graders. But I just remember literally just being so infuriated. Like, I knew in the core of my being that something about that sentiment was wrong. I don't care who said it or wrote it down anywhere. I tried to argue with, it sounds weird, no one believes me in these stories when I would argue with my teachers, but just go ask my teachers. But I tried to do some kind of debate with her where I was like, what about where it says like no sin is greater than another, all sins are sins in the eyes of God? Wouldn't all acts of greatness, I didn't use that phrase, all good things that people do be just as good as all other good things? And that I was just, God loves it when we when we do nice things and they aren't like dirty rags to him. To him they're marvelous. And the thing is that people, and you can put this in any realm of thought, politics, philosophy, religion, if those are different for you, whatever, people are so afraid to think for themselves, to say, what do I think about this? And you don't, people are so eager to ascribe to something, to say, I belong to this, and therefore I need to adopt all of these traits. You don't have to be anything but yourself, is what I believe. If you want to argue from like a monotheistic creation, whatever kind of viewpoint, God made you, and he said it is good. Did he not? When it comes to the world, when it comes to other people, creatures, the earth, did he not make us stewards of all of these things, to care for these things? To care for each other? It's just that people here have this this idea that we're just biding our time until we can get to heaven, where I don't even want to talk about what kind of manipulative bullshit heaven is. What if it weren't guys' Christianity, and I just said somebody is trying to tell me that if I do what they say, they'll give me a bunch of golden riches, and like when they're reigning and ruling over everyone because they're better, they'll give me power. What would you say to that? Would you say that sounds healthy? That sounds like a really moral idea. No, that's so like all of the priorities in that paradigm are completely flipped. It's not that I don't think there is a possibility of something like a heaven or whatever, but I am not down for anything that that makes another being of existence feel lesser than, I have power over a different being of existence. Does that make sense? If you're asking what I believe instead, I don't know why I'm talking about this. If you're asking what I believe instead, I believe that this idea that we have of God, I think is in all of us. I think it is such a powerful thing, whatever you call it. It's divine, the life force. I think we are all expressions of that. And I really do think if we look past all of our fears and all of our insecurities, and we try to ask questions to ourselves and address those, like, why do I feel this way? Sometimes you need a therapist to do that, to help you through that. But I think there's divinity in all of us, you know. Um, I think it's probably why, if that conversation with a person called Jesus of Nazareth is real, where he's constantly asked, "Are you the Son of God?" And he never really answers. He always kind of gives you like some kind of Socrates, kind of like trying to make you think, because I think he's like, you're missing the point. Like, yeah, sure, but you are too. We're all sons of God, whatever that force is for you. You just have to realize that, and then you will discover, divine beauty and strength and all that within yourself and worth. And when you have love and appreciation for yourself, that's when you can begin to have love and appreciation for other things. And you're looking at the world through the eyes of the possibility of love and appreciation, not through the eyes of the existence of fear and the threat of fear. All the things that people try to scare you with, hell. And also, yeah, I'm also just not down with someone that says you either become my servant or you go to hell. It's just, I just decided not to choose that. I just don't choose that belief. That's all. It's not that I don't think that Christianity can be used for good. I honestly think that any kind of spiritual thought path or a viewpoint of the world are all kind of like rotating around the light of what really is the truth. It's like feeling the different parts of the elephant in the dark, and any of these vehicles can be used to orbit closer to the light or orbit farther from. Anything can be used for good or bad. And am I about to draw the conclusion that Christianity is being used for bad? That should not be a novel statement. The Crusades, okay? People have used religion to justify all kinds of terrible things. I just feel like such a pariah here, and I just don't understand. Like, I look around, I don't understand why people keep choosing to live this way, and why they think that I should want to. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to go fix my tea and coffee, and we'll see if I post this. Have a good day, everybody.